All right. Then I guess we can get started because you pretty much know what's going on.
All right.
So the doctor says, I have to take a laxative. I said, not on my store, you don't, lady.
But all right.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hello! I am Norman Rafferty, the lovely and talented host, and I'm joined today by the usual gang of goofballs. And today we're going to play Madcap. It's a cartoon game for cartoon people. Okay, so first on our hit parade here, we have Griffin, who's playing Wilfred Waffle.
That's right. Wilfred Waffle, a goat unlike any seen on this earth. His catchphrase is, "I have nothing to fear but myself." He is a lunkhead, adopted, and also a janitor.
Yes. And then we have Teth, who is playing Jordy. Doesn't Jordy have a last name?
For real.
Jordy Burrill. Tell us about Jordy.
A sardonic and unremarkable artist with a deadpan voice, whose catchphrase is, "Hey, they can't all be gems."
Who among us isn't sardonic and unremarkable? I mean, I'd say more, but I have no remarks. And also, we are joined by EHH123.
I am Alec. I am a smarty pants border collie and the cult investigator.
Yep, you run the Alec paranormal investigation. I think we already went through all our paranormal puns already, so screw this. And yes, you basically live in the city of Elderberry Junction here in Ruckerburg County, nestled in the Ruckerburg Hills, where all the signs say, "Welcome to Elderberry Junction. If you lived here, you'd be trapped by now." Where there is no escape. In fact, there's a strange meta plot going on where Jordy keeps insisting that he's not actually from here. He's actually the creator of this world. He's trapped inside it.
I think you're trying to kill me.
And of course, while he's here, he goes to football games and gets trapped in corn mazes.
That wasn't him. That was Raul. Oh, man.
Oh yes, can't forget Raoul. May he rest in peace now.
They have started the Coach Raul Memorial Fund. Everybody remembers Coach Raul, who tragically died during the greatest football game of his career. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Well, at least his kids are getting paid for.
Yes. Paid. Give generously. Coach Raul, we miss you so much. But yes, the business is not very good at Alec's paranormal investigation. Not that there isn't paranormal activity going on, but the fact that no one notices it, so no one bothers to hire Alec. And Alec is above mere normal investigations, such as finding out if someone's wife is cheating on him or finding someone's long lost relatives. That's beneath Alec, who's convinced the truth is out there.
That's beneath as not my expertise.
So you don't take those cases. So of course, like the rent is kind of due. Wilfred, Wilfred, are you a millionaire because you won the lottery?
Oh, I gave that away last time to multiple people. But I am also a millionaire to begin with.
But he was a millionaire to begin with. He's the heir to the waffle fortune.
That inheritance will be coming in any day now.
The odd part is what made the waffle family rich was pancakes, right?
I know, it's so weird. It's too late to change now.
It's the interdimensional house of pancakes. Try our non-Euclidean pancakes. They look cute, but act as if they're obtuse.
serving an infinite amount of customers from here to Carsicona.
Yes, try our bottomless coffee cup. That's what someone has to like drink it and their head gets stuck in. If you
Yes,
can
drown
finish,
your sorrows in our bottomless refills.
you can finish this cup. It's free. Um. So that's something. And Jordy apparently can't leave. In fact, didn't we abandon you in the void last adventure, Jordy?
Yep.
Well, you were apparently trapped there for 100,000 years, where you got bored, went insane, went sane again, then went crazy again, and now you're back here for some reason in his paranormal office.
Because I can't escape.
You can't escape. So you've experienced 100,000 years of nothing.
If it was all a hallucination before, this is a double hallucination now.
You might still be trapped in the void, hallucinating that you're here in a cartoon.
Or I went so crazy that I just redrew everything in the void. Magic art is my thing.
That's probably how you would actually escape. You draw everything.
Could I just go crazy, redraw everything, and then forget about it?
That was a well, I could go on a tangent, but I won't. So yeah, so this might all just be the same one redrawn. You'd think you'd make a better universe, but apparently, Jordy, you can't imagine a better one than this.
Or I just can't imagine another one. I'm a one-trick pony.
And the universe is still trying to kill you. Is this a sign of your self-loathing? We don't know, because there'll be a knock on the door.
Come in.
The person will enter. It is a large, hard to identify gendered being. It is a possum in a black suit.
May I help you?
Yes, I am first name, last name.
First name, last name.
Yes, here's my ID. And they show you their license. First name, last name, authorized agent of Geomod Insurance Company.
Am I familiar with that?
The Geomod Insurance Company? Well, you can ask me questions if you can pass a sharp test. I think you're also a Smarty Pants character.
D+2 it is.
Why, yes, the Geomod Insurance Company is the richest insurance company in all of Ruckerberg County. You see, they insure buildings that are protected by low geomod, which means that no matter how much you shoot or fire explosives or set fire to things, because there's no geomod available, the landscape and buildings are baked in and never change. They never have to make any payouts because they can always prove that what actual damage was done to your place was merely a frangible asset that was designed in advance to break that way. I understand that, yeah. Well, standard practice in insurance companies. You all understand that, right? That was something I said that made sense.
Yeah, I see the scheme there, but I just say, okay, so what do you want me for?
By the way, I should mention that whenever last name has nothing to say, they're in a T pose, so they have their arms extended at full length. So, yes, well, I understand you're a paranormal investigator. We have a situation that is not normal, so I'm assuming if it's not normal, it's something you would investigate. You look like someone who isn't normal to me.
Yes. So what's the thing that's not normal?
Well, I need you to. We have an insurance claim that's being fielded from the abandoned hospital, which we thought was kind of unusual because the abandoned hospital is, well, no one's supposed to be there. But yeah, because apparently the insurance claim payout, because they've been paying insurance policies, they're one of our biggest clients. Since they're abandoned, of course, nothing ever happens there, so we don't have to pay anything. But apparently, they're asking for payments for damages done to the building, also confusing us. So we need to send an investigator to look into
I'll. What's the address?
The address is 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, they're on the outskirts of town. Excellent. I'm glad you'll take this. I need you to sign this contract first.
I read the contract.
I need you to make a sharp roll. The contract is fine and there's nothing wrong with it.
I check the back of the contract.
Well, yeah, the contract. You'll flip it over. There is a bunch of symbols listed on the back of the contract. Finally, the combination to that door. You guys can look up and see there's that red door in the corner that has like the weird puzzle on it with the sliding blocks.
Oh man, I've been working on that for hours.
Okay, I'll sign it.
Excellent. Well, I'm pleased to do business with you, Mr. Alec. So if you could just find out so we can settle the claim speedily. As an insurance company, our goal is to not pay anyone any money for any reason. So whatever your findings, I'm sure as a impartial third party, you'll find a way to discredit them so we won't have to pay them a dime.
I just do it's like, I appreciate my business. I can do this for you. You know, saying that in the most flat way possible.
Excellent. I must return to our business. He T-poses again and then tries to slide to the door, but he can't open it because he's T-posed, so his legs don't move, so he slides left and then right and then just vibrates to the floor.
He's got strong energy, that's for sure.
Let's go, Wilford.
Well, you got a job, so that means I get paid today.
I love how Wilfred thinks he needs to work a job, despite that he's an holy aberration.
Sure, I mean, I got hired episode 1. So I'm a janitor now.
At a hotel you never went back to.
The abandoned hospital is very far out of town. You can either get there by... you can't get there by car because the tunnel is blocked. So you guys will find a gate through the forest on the side of the tunnel, and you'll start walking through the forest. It's a pretty long walk. You walk slowly down into a valley where you'll get to a series of graves, and there is a woman there. The road continues past her to the abandoned hospital.
I look at the abandoned hospital.
It's on the horizon. It's kind of bathed in a gray fog. It looks mysterious and foreboding.
Are we just kind of walking down the road, or do we actually have a vehicle?
No, you had to. It's a dirt road. You can't actually go here. Like I said, the tunnel for some reason is blocked with a bunch of shipping containers.
Okay. But you said there was a person standing nearby, so I'm gonna wave hello to them. Hello.
She'll look. Ah, I didn't see you or hear any of you there, despite the fact that you're 3 loud, obnoxious people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sneak up on you.
I'm not loud.
I guess all this weird fog probably doesn't help.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's clawing us, and for some reason it isn't rendering properly. Oh well. I can't really help you. I have no useful information, he says.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's a big tunnel blocked with shipping crates, you say?
Oh, well, that's just the road. It's just been blocked for ages now. But, most people who come through here look for the abandoned hospital or go ahead and poking around corners seeing if they can find secret objects.
Secret objects? That sounds fun. Can we go look for them, Alec?
Wilford, what skills do you have looking for secret objects?
Probably absolutely none.
Okay.
I could maybe... No, yeah, I have almost no skills to find some, unless I activate my terrible monster senses to detect everything around me. Somehow. I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah.
We'll cross that. Oh, sure. If it blocks our progress, then then we'll gladly find some hidden objects.
So you pause in your quest to go to the abandoned hospital to look for hidden objects in the cemetery.
No, not yet, not yet.
Well, good luck with your quest. I'm going to go back to staring at this unmarked grave.
Find a way to spend the day.
Whose grave is it?
It's unmarked. We don't know.
What's your name?
My name is Mary.
You don't have a last name?
I don't know you well enough to get into that right now.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna write Mary on the grave.
Ah! It's my own grave! It's been my own grave the entire time! Jordy gets a laugh point and she runs off into the woods screaming.
Why did you do that?
It's an unmarked grave.
Well, I guess
Mark.
if we need to find her again, we know where she is. And I just, look at the grave.
It says Mary in the sloppy derivative handwriting indicative of everything Jordy does.
Let's continue.
Hey, they can't all be gems.
You'll walk up despite the fact that the road is blocked, you're at the abandoned hospital. The parking lot is full of cars. Cars from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and today, like your music. And the parking lot's so full that there are people parked on the grass medians. There are ambulances everywhere, some of them parked crookedly with their back doors open. No one else is around.
Were all these cars just abandoned? What are they all doing here?
It's a good question, isn't it? It's the abandoned hospital. It's unreachable by road, and yet the parking lot is super full. The classic auto convention forget the... It's like, okay, I try to find the entrance. Sorry, we're safe for work, right? We can't actually, curse on the show, right?
That was what you wanted, yes?
Alright, because I was just thinking about the Baltimore ad. Screw you, Baltimore!
No way.
We're the meanest sons of bitches who sell cars. We're going down the abandoned hospital! We'll screw your wife!
Huh?
I am so off script now. I'll get back on script. Yeah, but the hospital itself, there's the front doors to the place. The hospital itself is a large foreboding feature. It is very long and broad. It's probably actually the power station from... yeah, you guys ever see in the Mouth of Madness with the big giant asylum building?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not actually an asylum. Yeah, it's not actually an asylum, it's a power station. But it's like that. All the windows, some of them are boarded up. Some of the lower floor, they all have bars on them. All of them are grimy and impassable to see through. There's an ambulance halfway up the front steps, parked at an odd angle. The siren isn't making any noise, but the lights are still there. The back doors are open. The gurney is out. Everything's spilled out all over the place, but there's no people.
Let's take the back door.
Okay.
You start to walk all the way around the hospital. There is most of it is it's a lot of trudging through the grass with no background music. It's very quiet. Eventually, you'll find a dumpster. Do you ignore it or just keep going?
Hey, there's always things in dumpsters. I'll take a look.
All right, make a cool roll.
Yeah. I am not cool at all. But I get a 10.
First step is admission.
Oh, wow. That's a good roll. Yeah, you'll reach inside the dumpster and you'll pull out a canister that glows with a green incandescent light. Has a big letter R on it.
Ooh.
It
I
makes
found my new nightlight.
Yeah, it even makes noise.
Ooh, wow. Wilford will start just waving it around at random, make it whoomp more.
Yeah, every time you shake it, it bubbles inside.
It's my new friend.
It's warm to the touch.
Like a friend.
I enter.
You're all right. So you're gonna go past the dumpster, and you'll eventually find the place that is the message for deliveries. Here you'll find two more ambulances, both parked at haphazard angles. Their back doors open, and like their internal contents just spilled out everywhere.
I
But
swear.
but the delivery door is openable.
I swear this is zombies, and I enter the room.
Inside is the abandoned hospital itself is dark. There's a long corridor there that goes off to a bunch of doors that all look pretty similar to each other. There is no lighting, so you have to reach into your shoulder pocket and turn on the light. The abandoned hospital,
Yeah, switch it on.
yeah, you'll see the hallways. They're pretty dark and foreboding. I guess the laundry room is back here, so you can investigate that.
Okay, let's. Okay, I look around the laundry room.
It's full of towels. They are unclean in ways I don't feel comfortable describing.
Ugh, next room.
Uh, yeah, so the next room after that is well, you'll also find a storage closet, but there's nothing in that. But the next room after that's a lot more interesting. It is the morgue. There are several tables in here, most of which are empty, but one of which has a sheet with a body on top of it. There's also like an entire wall of what do you call the cadaver holders? That's not a mausoleum. You know what I'm talking about, though, the body drawers?
Right.
Yeah, there's a whole like wall of them. All the doors are closed.
A body still here?
Body's just sitting right there.
I guess if everyone left, they didn't take these guys with them.
Hey, Wilford,
Yes?
go wake that guy up.
I'm not sure that's going to work, but hey, I could try shaking him a little bit. I'll go ahead and try to wake him up.
Are you
And
gonna physically shake it by being tough, or you're being naive?
I am being naive.
Okay.
He just needs to wake up a little bit. He's sleeping.
Okay. Alec, what are you doing?
I'm trying to sneak up. In case there's any zombies, but then just Wilford just walks past me.
Yep. Apparently so. Okay. You'll shake the corpse a little bit.
Rise and shine.
Yeah. The hand will fall out from underneath. Like we're just limply hanging at the side. There is a piece of string tied around the ring finger. It is a small and delicate hand, but it also has that sort of like pale blue to it, with little bits of purple bruising on the underside that you often see on corpses.
Right, where all the blood's pooling. So I'll go ahead and lift the hand and take a look at the paper. Oh, you almost dropped this, sir.
It's a string tied around the ring finger.
Okay. Does the string go to anything?
No, it's tied around the ring finger. The corpse is cold.
Well, obviously they were trying to remember something.
I don't think he's waking up.
Next room.
Well, no, we're not done here.
Okay. I look at the string. It's like, okay, remember what?
Well, I mean, there's also all those drawers.
I look at all the drawers.
They're all labeled. They all have various names, such as John Doe, Heather Arbogast, Cassandra Wallenhopt, like a whole bunch of different names on them, and then numbers.
Obviously, you opened the John Doe one.
Okay, you open that. It's at waist high level because it's each camera. Yes, and you'll slide it out. There's a sheet there that can't completely cover the body because there's antlers.
Oh, is this like a deer?
Might be. Are you going to remove the sheet?
Dramatic unveiling.
Make a cool roll because this is a corpse. Give you the ghiblis. No one will be admitted during the. Oh, there we go. Yes, with a 10, you will remove it with a flourish. You will see the dead, milky-eyed rictus of fear and horror frozen on the deer's face. His hands are slightly upturned as if he was like making defensive gestures at something incredibly horrible, and somehow he was frozen in the last throes of fear. And he also has a black bar over his crotch.
Best not to remove that. We might get off the air.
True, and the body must have been incredibly stiff when it was in that. If that was his last pose.
As you look at this corpse, suddenly all three of you will be startled by the sound of something heavy and metal falling outside.
I go investigate immediately.
So Alec bolts away. What skills do you have useful in bolting after a clue? I mean, I'm guessing that's cool, but unless you can think of something else.
No, it's cool.
Okay. Alec bolts out of the room, leaving Waffle and Jordy alone with this corpse.
Well, better make sure Alec doesn't get into trouble.
Wilford pursues, and also rolls cool, unless he doesn't care about catching up.
I'll get there eventually. You know what? I'll go ahead and make a roll. Let's see what terrible things happen.
Okay, Jordy, you're all alone in the morgue.
When they leave, I pull the blanket all the way back up over the antler guy. And then, as I begin to walk away, I'm going to turn around to look back at it, reach up underneath the blanket, and pull away the sensor bar.
Make a zany roll. Congratulations, you are in the possession of a black sensor bar. Alec, you rolled a 9. That is pretty speedy to get down the hallway. You'll rush back into the hallway, and what you'll discover is there's a T intersection that goes to the rest of the hospital, but one of the there are vending machines here. One of them has been knocked over, and all of its snack contents is spilled out all over the floor, as the front glass must have shattered.
Could I possibly see where, any clues on what this thing possibly was or where it went?
What skills do you have useful for clues? I believe you are smarty pants.
Sharp time.
Oh, wow. I would say your first clue might have been a large hulking monster with goat-like hooves, but that's just Wilford.
Oh my gosh! There's soda everywhere.
No,
I'll
but
pick
you.
up some.
Oh, this is the sack machine. It's like chips and snowballs and cookies.
Wilford will just start like putting more and more and more into his arms to take with him.
Okay. Write down you have a bunch of stale vendor snacks. But no,
Yeah.
Alec, other people might miss this clue, but not you. You can see that there's not one but 2 sets of footprints that move away from the. There are definitely sneakers, sizes 9 and 7.
I follow the footprints.
They lead to. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, the other morgue. This morgue looks exactly like the other morgue you were in, except it's a complete mirror image. So much so that it has the same, like, because there's always X-ray photos on the wall in morgues, because that's where you'd have X-rays, right, in the morgue. But yeah, but those are mirror image flipped, and all the words are also flipped backwards. Fortunately, like all the numbers on the walls are like, this is room 818. You know, and this is like report 10101. You know, TXT file.
Hello? I'm here for an insurance claim.
What skills do you have useful in encouraging people to talk to you? Are you sly? You should make a sly roll.
It's it.
Or you
Yeah,
could be
it's in
cool.
the-
Or you could be cool about it.
Oops, let me try that again.
Just roll another die. We'll add it in.
That would make 11, I think, if I'm doing cool.
Excellent. Yes, you will call out. There is a supply cabinet that has like vent holes in it, because they always do. It looks like a locker, and it's slightly open just a bit, and it rattles when you call that out.
I open it up.
Ah! The somebody who's inside comes at you with a golf club.
Whoa! Is he alive?
Yes, and wielding a golf club.
Whoa! Stop! Stop! I'm not a monster.
Try. Oh yeah. Can you make a cool check to convince me not to bludgeon you? That's exactly what a monster would say. You are bludgeoned with a golf club, he says, screaming. That's what a monster would say. Take one lump. However, there's someone else who is also hiding in the cabinet and grabs the first guy and says, "No, he's talking. Monsters can talk. The other monsters didn't talk. What do you know about monsters? Did you go to monster school? You don't want to bring up how I failed out of monster school. It's a sore point with me." There are two of them. They are both possums. One of them has more black fur than white, and one of them has more white fur than black.
Who are you two?
I'm the one who's asking the questions here, says the guy with the golf club, brandishing it menacingly.
Hey, calm down. Just put the golf club down and I can...
You're the one who needs to calm down!
It sounds like they might be hangry. Here, have a snack. I would like to roll zany to try to calm them down.
Make a zany check. That is the smartest thing I've heard all day.
Hey!
He will snatch the bag of, I guess it's Soma Samoof. It's backwards. Soma Samoof cookies and start, I'm so hungry! I've been here for days! Oh, no.
You look like you can do something too, Alec, and I'll take a snowball and put it on his lump.
Alec, you have a snowball and a lump.
A literal snowball?
You need to put ice on wounds, so that should help.
No, it's actually it's a sponge cake covered in coconut. They're freaking delicious.
It's called a snowball, so I'm using it as one.
Thanks. So I'm here about an insurance claim of all things. Could you explain what you two are doing here?
Oh, sorry, you'll have to excuse my friend here, says the one without the golf club. He's Tyro, and my name is Sedgwick. And we work for the city ambulance program. He's under a lot of stress since we've been trapped in a place in here, and it's apparently a place where time and space have a meaning.
I was sent here for an insurance claim about about the abandoned hospital. Something about I I forget.
Oh, insurance policy. We wouldn't know anything about that. We're ambulance drivers. And in fact, we're ambulance drivers that are, well, and we're pretty good at our jobs, right? Tyro says we're the lowest ranked ambulance drivers in the city, and this is Elderberry Junction. There's a lot of ambulance drivers.
I can see
So,
that. You left quite a mess outside.
you've been outside?
Well,
Yeah,
sure, we had to be outside to get inside.
Oh my God! Did you let the door close behind you? He said,
Sure, I mean, it's only polite. I wasn't raised in a barn. I was raised in a silo.
Plus one laugh for Will. Yeah, no, they made us come pick up a dead body, and so we took it to the morgue. And well, at first we tried to take it to the general hospital morgue, but their morgue was full. So we tried to take it to the specific hospital morgue, and their morgue was full. So then we went to the third morgue, and then the fourth, and eventually there was no other place, and they sent us to here, the abandoned hospital.
But why did they send you to a place that's, well, abandoned?
Shrug. We just do what the dispatch says. Look, we get paid like $8 an hour.
Well, I
Usually
figured it was probably going to be, abandoned, but I guess there's plenty of residents here in the morgue, so even that's filling up.
There's nobody here but the monsters.
What monsters?
They come out at night. They're monsters. They look creepy. Some of them are like really tall, like 7 feet tall. Yeah, and I saw one that had horns. Yeah, and they have claws. And one of them had one big malformed eye.
Wilford just kind of looks at himself, turns to a mirror for a second, scratches his chin, and goes, "Huh, weird. I've never seen anything like that before."
That's plus one laugh for Will.
You're just getting all the laughs today.
I always do. You spend them more.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, we just took it here, and then once we came in the hospital, we couldn't get back out.
Don't worry, I think I could get you a way out of here.
Could you? Oh my God, we've been stuck in here for, well, how long have we been here? Our watch stopped, and all of the calendars have some incomprehensible garbage written on them that looks backwards and blurry.
Of course, and here's my catchphrase since I forgot to say it at the beginning of the episode. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Oh, it will be ever so helpful if you can get us out of here. Oh, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I heard the new Kingdoms Parts 3 came out, and I can't live with myself every minute I'm not knowing if there's a new Frozen level.
Okay. First we got. Okay, maybe if we find the source of this weirdness, maybe we could stop it and get ourselves free.
A source of all evil. What does a source of all evil look like?
It's not a source of all evil, just the source of the evil here.
Oh, okay. Phew, that sounds way easier than trying to deal with the source of all evil. That's way above my pay grades, it says, right? Oh, wait, Tyro says, wait, would the source of all evil be a big giant monster, he says, leveling his golf club and getting ready to smack Wilford in the back of the head?
It's, I doubt that. It'd probably be more of extra talent said there's a monster right behind me, isn't there?
No. Wait, you said there's a monster right behind me. Okay, Alec, give yourself a laugh point. The two of them will turn and go, ah! It's the most hideous thing I've ever seen! And it's Jordy.
Huh?
Apparently he's in this room now.
I mean, I'm wandering around with the sensor bar.
Got bored and got wandered around the sensor bar. Wow, if I hold the sensor bar in front of my eyes, I can't see anything. If I hold it in front of other things, I can't see them. This is the dumbest time. So it's basically just a big black opaque rectangle. It doesn't seem very interesting at all.
Well, no, it's what you use to protect people that you don't want them to be known who they are. Like, I hold it up in front of Wilford, and now I don't know who Wilford is.
No, no, and I should correct myself. If you hold it in front of your eyes directly, you can still see what's going on.
Yeah.
But then no one knows who you are.
And everything is just super pixelated.
So where would this source of evil be, and can we file an insurance claim on it?
Are you guys
I'm just
authorized?
looking at Alec.
Are you any of you authorized insurance agents?
No, I'm just here. I'm just here to investigate.
Insurance
I had to
fraud!
sign a whole bunch of insurance papers yesterday.
They're here to commit insurance fraud. Let's get him, says Tyro, brandishing the golf club. And Cedric says, we can't just beat people up because they're committing insurance fraud. There'd be no one left in the city.
Oh, wait a second. We're not committing it. We're just aiding and abetting.
Oh, that's better somehow.
That's right. We're only third-party criminals. We're not good enough to be real ones.
Third-party criminal. Did you sign the third-party criminal end user license?
I clicked accept and didn't read any of it.
Excellent. That means you're liable for all the crimes. Somewhere else is a software company, like burning down peasant villages.
It was Wilford. He agreed.
We're committing war crime atrocities in the name of Wilford Waffle. But back to this, though. Okay, well, Tyro and Cedric said, we're in favor of any plan that gets us out of this living nightmare. Especially if it involves hitting people over the head with a golf club.
Time to investigate.
Well, Tyro and Cedric can tell you, well, at night, and we know there's a night cycle because the blurry light starts coming in from the windows, that's when the monsters roam all the halls.
I check the daytime.
It's afternoon.
I'll try to do it before sundown happens, and then I just speed off and try to find anything that might help us in this.
Wilford, why don't you just reach up and pull the moon down?
Oh, yeah, of course. So that's going to be a naivete roll, I believe.
It's either naivete or zany, and I think naivete is powered by zany.
In this case, no, naivete is powered by laughs, it says.
Oh, okay. Well, which one do you want to roll?
Well, same thing, same way. I'm going to go ahead and roll naivete. Someone told me I could do it, so I think I can do it.
Well, I mean, obviously you can pull the moon down, so all you have to do is close one eye, and you have no depth perception.
Absolutely.
And just, go to the window and just yank the sun down. So, boom! It's dark. Somewhere elsewhere, you'll hear the sound of weather warning sirens, and then the room fades to black.
Wolves howl in the distance.
And then when the light fades back up, oh my God! Everything in the room is reversed, says Tyro. This is your fault! And he swings a golf club at Wilford.
Oh no!
Wilford, you can use your grudge move to defend yourself or do something else.
Let's do some slapstick. And this is zany roll, but it's also the exact same. And on a 6, I would take a lump, so I'm going to spend a laugh so that my attacker misses you. And I get a +1 forward.
Whoosh!
Wait. Was there a woman in this room?
No, the woman's in the other morgue.
Right. So, okay, so the rooms didn't switch places. Just the backwards rooms turned backwards again.
Except there's no way to tell because it was backwards in the first one.
Well, unfortunately for you, you agreed that there was a race car facing one way in here. A photo of a race car, which means that the race car photo would be facing the other way.
Not if the race car was driving straight at the camera.
Damn it.
I got you there. This is a mental conundrum. No, my brain! We'll zoom in on Jordy as there's a whooshing spiral by.
Well, I mean, all I gotta do is walk up to one of the pictures and, draw something on it. Wait a second, no. Because the driver would only be on one side of the car.
But it's a Formula 1 race car where the driver's dead center.
It's one of those cars that has 2 steering wheels. It's a student driver car.
No, a Formula 1 race car would have a single cockpit compartment in the center, so you wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, yes, but there's 2 lanes to a Formula 1 race, which means that the audience or the crowd would only be on one side of the picture.
The picture is too blurry and zoomed in the race car to show where the crowd is. You can only see the retaining walls on either side.
Ah, but there's only a retaining wall on one side. The center has no
There's
retaining wall.
There's also the inside wall that has advertising on it. Welcome to the Madcap stream, everyone.
Jordy, you seem really focused on that picture there. I'm going to leave you alone in this room with it. I
Wait,
think that's safe.
I know how we can solve this problem, said Cedric. This is the morgue, so they have the crime analyzing machine. So let's scan it in the computer and enhance.
Wait. Wait, 10 and 2, your hands would be in a certain position based on your orientation.
But 10 and 2 is symmetrical no matter which side you go. So the two of them are sitting there with a magnifying glass looking at the picture to try and spot its reverse. Alec and Wilford, what are you guys going to do?
Well, that just happened.
Well, if everything's reversed and we didn't have a solution before, there should be a solution somewhere here now. That's the opposite, right?
That's not how that. Never.
Well, Cedric's going to say, okay, but I don't understand why you're pointing at the upper left. That really doesn't tell us about the shadows. And there's like a hand pointing at the upper left. And then if you guys just turn slightly to your left, you can see there's also a 7-foot cadaverous being in this room. Its body oozing with putrescence as it's sitting there with its finger pointing at the picture. It turns to look at you with glowing red eyes.
What do you see?
I see a monster, says Tyro.
Not you, the monster.
Its long tongue lolls out of its mouth.
You know, maybe it's about time we move this conversation to another room. It's getting a little crowded in here.
I think he's pointing at the face. Faces aren't typically symmetrical.
Jordy, I need you to make a grudge match roll.
Okay.
As the monster appears. Monster is sick of your crap. Oh, what does it get you?
Crack wise and avoid harm. Which is why I don't think faces are typically symmetrical.
It lashes at you with its tongue. You wisely dodge.
That's not helpful.
Cedric will say, "It's a monster! Tyro, you got the weapon, get it! Tyro!" And you guys will hear the door slam as Tyro has already left the room. Damn it!
Wait, wasn't I outside? Wasn't I in the hallway or something?
I guess, Alec, Alec, you're out there in the hallway. Alec, while you're out there in the hallway, you can hear a mysterious shuffling noise. Do you hide? Do you go to examine it? Do you prepare a cheese platter? What do you do?
I shine my flashlight in that direction.
You will see 5 misshapen humanoid figures. They look like emaciated corpses, except they still have their skin on them, which is turned black and oily. They are a variety of shapes limping along. Some of them can barely stand, others shuffle with purpose. All of them have glowing red eyes and are oddly juicy. When you shine the light on them, they all turn to notice you and shuffle towards you with possibly sinister intent.
Okay, that came earlier than expected.
What does psh mean?
Means I'm running away.
Okay, well, I guess it's a cool roll to run away from zombies. Oh no! You have run into one of the hallways that is marked with the little signs that say it's slippery. And now, because it's a cartoon, you are now sliding across the floor past the same identical doorway 47 times. Whoa! While you wave your hands. And I guess a musical number plays in the background that's vaguely 1970s.
Yeah, and then we go in and out of different hallway, different rooms somehow.
Make a zany roll. Wow, for somebody who isn't zany. So first you'll like and you'll slide through like the operating room, and so you'll come out wearing scrubs and gloves. And then you'll go into the nurse's locker, and you'll come out and you're wearing like a candy striper uniform. Then I guess there'll have to be a sign of like biohazard room, and you'll come out wearing like a biohazard suit.
And then you'll slide through the men's warehouse, and you'll like the way you look.
And you'll like the way. Yeah, they'll have to actually go through. You'll come out wearing a suit. And then you'll slide through the chapel because everyone has one, and you'll be in a tuxedo. And while you're doing it, you'll be carrying in your arms a desiccated zombie in a bridal gown. It licks you, and you suffer a lump, but you also get a laugh point.
The true horror is going to be the divorce after this.
You're married to a monster now, Alec. Everyone who voted for you and for that catchphrase in your yearbook has now been validated.
I push or throw it aside.
You succeed. I guess Wilford, what are you doing while this is going on?
Good question. I think all the monsters got a bit distracted and walked out. I'm just like stuck here in the same room.
Well, you guys there's a monster in the room with Wilford, Jordy, and Sedgwick.
Oh, right. Well, it'd be a shame to leave these guys completely unoffended. Well, we gotta get out of here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, just try to leave the room by running straight through the walls.
Make a zany roll. Jordy, what are you gonna do?
I think I want to try to use meta again.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
I want to, you said those two guys were in a cabinet before, right?
Yeah, there's a cabinet to hide in.
Right, I want to try and close the cabinet door and open it to have it appear somewhere else.
Okay.
Or the inside of the cabinet to be to somewhere else.
Give it a try.
Does not work.
So you'll open the cabinet and say, "Don't worry, we can hide in here. It's cartoon logic." You grab Sedgwick and go inside. You'll shut the locker, and then open again. See, we're somewhere else, and this is the laundry room, and it's got a dozen zombies. They approach you with their gooey fingers. We've been eating buttered popcorn. They lunge at you. Make a grudge roll, Jordy.
Look, I said
buttered. Go ahead.
I said it would be somewhere else. I didn't say it would be somewhere better.
Better?
Better butter.
Why do I listen to you? That's right. Sedgwick says, "Wait, I have a plan!" And Sedgwick grabs Jordy by his collar and tries to throw him to the zombies. Jordy, what skills do you have useful in dealing with someone throwing you to the zombies as a sacrifice?
I mean, I can reach into my pockets and pull anything in reality out, apparently.
Alright. Well, what would you do? Say something quick. We've got airtime here.
Well, he's grabbing me by the collar and throwing me, you said, right? Or he's trying to?
I guess what would make more sense, given your meta, is he would physically pick you up and hold you over his head as you're bent like a half moon. And we'll pause for camera effect, which gives you some time to go through your pockets.
Oh, I want to grab my sensor bar and put it over across my entire body.
Make a zany roll. You will stretch the sensor bar to completely block your person. He throws you at the zombies, but they don't seem to notice you. And instead, all of them descend upon poor Sedgwick. No! My only regret is I never finished watching my entire Netflix queue! And then he's surrounded, and you hear a bunch of ripping and tearing noises.
Oh yeah, and I'll do a quick cross for that one. Man, that looks cute. Hallowed be thy name.
But after, while they're tearing him limb from limb, what are you going to do?
This is the which room?
This is the laundry room.
Okay, that's just a room away from the morgue. So I guess I'll head back over to the morgue.
All right. Wilfred, I think you just walked through the wall, didn't you?
Yep, crashing through the walls, running and screaming.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll be crashing through several walls, screaming, and eventually you'll smash through some wall. Oh yeah! And this will be a room that has a bunch of TVs in it, and there is a person sitting away from you, but you can see they have a hand on a single lever that they keep moving up and down. But after you crash through, say, "What? Was ist das?" And they will turn around in the chair, and it's a trench-coated figure wearing dark glasses. It's Albert Whiskers, the perfect cat.
Oh, hi, Whiskers.
What are you doing here? This place is supposed to be abandoned. It says it right there on the front of the building.
Oh, everyone keeps saying that, but there seems to be plenty of people here.
They're not people, they are weapons. The perfect biological weapon.
Well, I mean, they're still taking up residence. I don't think that counts for a tax break or anything.
Shh! You want to get us sued?
Oh, yeah, you're right. So, well, there's a big hole going towards some of those perfect weapons, and they might be coming this way.
Yeah, it's time for their daily exercise. You have to take them out and walk them at least twice a day, or they get all restless.
Gotta have to practice good pet ownership, right?
They're not pets, they're weapons. Why am I surrounded by idiots who don't appreciate my genius?
Say, you wouldn't happen to know where this weird can goes, would you? And I'll just, hold up the can with the R on it.
Where did you find that?
Oh, outside the garbage.
Well,
I usually raffle around in that.
You're not supposed to go through the garbage. That's where we dispose of our imperfect, perfect weapons. That is the rhinovirus.
What's it do? Turn people into rhinos?
We wish. Instead, it turns them into what, as near as we can tell, it turns them into whatever resources the developers were able to finish in the finite amount of time they had before release. You're not supposed to have that. That's not only not scheduled for release, it's downloadable content. You better have paid for that, you pirates. There's nothing worse than piracy.
That's right, kids. Piracy is a crime. I look to the camera, and I'm a third-rate criminal. So I think I'll be taking this with me.
I believe we speak for everyone. We say, don't be like Wilfred Waffle, the worst that humanity has to offer. Be like me, Mr. Whiskers, the perfect cat.
It's gonna be a PSA after the whole episode. It's like, hi, I'm Wilfred Waffle. We like to have fun here on the show, but piracy's a real crime.
Piracy's a crime. You wouldn't download a car. Well, in any event, you have to give that back to me, and you've seen too much. So I'm afraid I must kill you now.
That doesn't sound nice. You know what? You know what? I gotta choose between the you or the monster. You know what? I feel pretty safe here. What's on TV? I'm gonna lift up the TV and slapstick will happen.
Okay, make a roll.
Let's see if I manage to hurt him with some slapstick.
It is in your best interest to leave my tube televisions alone!
A 7. If he chooses to attack me to try to kill me, he will miss.
Alright.
I'll get +1 forward on IAVT next.
He wrestles with you. Do you know how hard those are to get these days? Meanwhile, Alec. Okay. Alec, you've mysteriously returned back to your normal clothes and are somewhere in the abandoned hospital. What is your next plan? You know the place is infested with zombies, and you don't know where your friends are.
Oh, do I come across Wilfred's hole in the wall?
Why don't you make a research roll to see if you can find that? Logic would dictate that Wilfred wouldn't want to do any of this. Yeah, that's good enough for me. You'll find the path of Wilford's devastation, and eventually you'll find that he is in the secret, video viewing room wrestling with Mr. Whiskers, the perfect cat.
I gotta
Oh.
change it to the right channel.
And
It was
first I
already
hate
on
this-
the right channel! The channel I wanted to watch! Mom said it is my turn to use the Xbox. It is in your best interest to let me use the Xbox.
But the pets
And-
need to see something. It's the only way to get them to calm down.
What do
And-
you do, Alec?
It's like, oh, I've always wanted to do this whenever the Albert was around. Whenever I see him, my canine instincts instantly go there. It's like, Albert.
Are you going to bite him on his butt?
Well, I'm probably gonna bark first and then bite him on the.
Why don't you make a grudge roll? Wilford, I don't believe your 7 actually gives him a bonus, does it?
I get a bonus to rolling naivete next.
Okay, you get a bonus, be naive. Okay. Because I know everyone's got a
But
unique
my
grudge
naivete
move.
can give people a bonus, so maybe I'll give him one eventually.
Okay. So what's your grudge move?
Cringing, but isn't the idea that they're supposed to attack me first?
Well, what does cringing say? It says they miss you?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and roll. That's the 9 from over. We'll just roll and we'll figure out what it means later. See, now it doesn't even matter now, does it?
Yeah, who knew your skinny yards could do that? You get a good punch in there, doing damage to your attack.
Ah, my weak point for massive damage! You will bite, Mr. Whiskers on his soft butt. He will surrender the TV to Wilford. Wilford, I guess, what are you changing the channel to?
I'm using my naivete, and I'm going to change the channel to a musical number that is definitely not a non-copyrighted version of Thriller.
Of Thriller.
Oh, it's non-copyrighted. It's
And-
excitable or something.
Because this is exciting. I think we've used the song before, too.
And
We probably have.
I think the idea is that afterwards, I'm gonna chase Albert around like we're feral dogs and cats.
Yep, you have to shake him, repeatedly. Ah!
But yes, I'm changing the channel, and I'm hoping that can be used to distract the zombies. Shall I roll?
That's what I call not copyrighted music, Volume 3. That's what I call public domain. Thank you, Incompetech.
I'm gonna burn a laugh on it to make it happen.
All right. Well, naturally, that when you show it to the Resident Evil, non-copyright zombies, as they start streaming through the hole that you created, they'll all see it and they'll all, start on one side. Because this is exciting. Yeah. So I guess you'll all be doing a big dance. Jordy, where did we leave you again? Off by your lonesome?
I went back to the morgue.
Okay. The single body is still there, but it's the arm has moved, so it's back under the sheet again.
All right. Well, I'm going back to the race car picture.
Okay.
I'm going to use my magic art to draw the entire race car, so I can figure this out.
Make a roll. Whatever conclusion you had, you were wrong. You were so very, very wrong and owe Sedgwick an apology.
Okay, so I'm going to erase the part that's wrong and make myself right.
Gonna spend a laugh point to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, you're now. No, wait! It turns out you were right the whole time. Sadly, Sedgwick is now dead and can't tell you. I can't.
I guess that means the last laugh is mine.
It sure does. Anything else you want to do?
Did we ever pull the sheet off of the woman?
Nope.
Okay, well, I will have the sensor bar in the properly positioned location.
Okay,
So that when I pull the sheet off, nothing is revealed.
Make a cool roll to do that.
Oh, cool. What am I? My cool
It's
is
still
0.
a corpse. No big deal.
I've seen plenty of dead things since I got here.
Okay, you put the sensor bar. It's the corpse of a young human woman. It's the kind of corpse that you always see in cheap direct-to-video horror flicks. So, reasonably attractive, nubile, kind of fuzzy with the camera work. Everything is all orange and teal, and her hair is long and immaculately combed.
Okay.
She also has sensor bars over her chest and.
Well, I put one of them there.
Yeah. Well, apparently the one sensor bar you have splits into two when it needs to.
Convenient. Well, this was a hospital, right?
That's true.
I guess I'm gonna go look for some paddles.
Make a zany roll. What luck! There's a defibrillator kit here in the morgue.
I will try to use the defibrillator on this corpse.
I guess it has a note on it of note on this. Here, don't forget to try this. It can't hurt.
Well, I mean, but don't be touching them while you're doing it, or it will.
Well, I have good news and bad news. Like you say, all right, now go ahead and equip this, but you only have a 9 instead of a 10. So when you go to equip this, the first thing you'll do is hit yourself for an electrical jolt that will make your hair stand on end and make you look comical to me. So that's one lump for you.
Okay.
And then you'll go ahead and put it on the body. No, wait. I wonder how these paddles work. You put them together. Oh, wait. And then you'll flip over the note that says can't hurt. P.S. Keep paddles apart. But yeah, you'll go ahead and shock the corpse. And when you do, there'll be a gasping noise as she sits upright.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart, she says.
Oh, good. You're alive or awake.
I can't believe no one's ever tried that in the last 400 years, she says.
I've got a very important question to ask you.
Yes.
Which way is that race car supposed to be facing?
To the left? Does that agree with your story?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say yes. She agrees with whatever you think.
Oh, good. Also, why do you have string on your finger?
It's to remind me to get vengeance against all of humanity. For 400 years ago, they burned me as a witch at a stake, and I didn't like it, so I decided to pledge myself to dark forces to get revenge on them.
And you needed help being reminded?
It's not something you want to. When you pledge yourself to dark forces, that's something you want to forget. Hey, I've been wreaking vengeance on all the living for the last 400 years. What have you been doing?
Creating everything? I was trapped in a dark void for 1,000 years. What have you been doing?
I'm a 400-year-old corpse that's been wreaking vengeance on the living. I think I know a true story when I hear one, and your story is the dumbest I've ever heard.
I made your story. Are you calling me dumb?
What skills do you have useful in arguing with a corpse that may or may not be a figment of your imagination?
Zany? This is a stupid story.
Make a zany roll. Meanwhile, back in the control room, Mr. Whiskers has gotten sick of Alec biting him in the butt. Fortunately, he has something just for this occasion. He grabs that newspaper clipping that reports all the missing children and smacks Alec on the face with it to make him let go. You all ruined my plans for the last time. Yeah. You've all ruined my. Behold, the perfect weapon, my load-bearing boss, and he'll smash a red button on his console, and there'll be an part of the floor will collapse, taking all of you with it. Although you're all still dancing for some reason. And in this room will be a giant 8-foot tall zombie who has like bolts stuck in his head, and he has a 3 red concentric circles on his chest. He's also wearing overalls and carrying a rocket launcher for some reason. I knew if we just gave the zombies weapons, they might actually be useful!
Uh-oh, this doesn't look good.
And
Surrender, and I promise to make your deaths painless, comical, but painless.
And I got an idea.
What do you have in mind?
Well, basically, my idea is hey, Behemoth, launch that rocket at me.
I didn't quite understand what you just said. You said behemoth and then something else.
I said launch that rocket at me. I'm gonna trick it and try to hit. Try hit it and it'll aim at Wesker instead.
So you'll position yourself between typical video game tactics. So you say, aim that rocket at me. And okay. Calmly pulls the rocket out, aims, adjusts sights, adjusts for wind resistance, licks its finger, holds it up. Except we're indoors, so there's no wind resistance. And fires! Make a grudge roll, Alec. Or zany, I guess, if you want to say that applies instead.
I was going for scheming.
Make a scheming roll, because you're a genius. What does that get you?
Let me check. Either give up or choose one from below. Complication.
Well, I guess the rocket will fire, but unfortunately, Wilford, who is standing behind you, is about to ruin your aim because it turns out that Wilford is in. So it's the monster, then Alec, then Wilford, and then Mr. Whiskers. Wilford, there is a rocket soaring in your direction. What abilities do you have to evade or deal with rocket fire?
Oh, well, I do have slapstick.
Make a roll.
Let's see how this goes. This requires zany, so it is a +2. That is a 9. The attacker misses me, and my next move gets me additional naivete.
The rocket will... Wilford will dodge like the goofball he is. And all the zombies make the same dodge gesture that he does. Because they're in... No. And then the rocket's going to hit Mr. Whiskers instead. Mr. Whiskers did a thing of like, I can lean back really like 90 degrees like I'm in the Matrix. And then it's hitting the crotch. My weak point! Boom! There's an explosion. Jordy, you and 400-year-old witch corpse hear an explosion.
Okay.
Yeah, were you rolling to win the argument? I'm trying to. I got distracted.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, she says, fine, you're the creator of everything there all is. Then why did you make me to suffer?
Well, somebody has to suffer.
Otherwise,
it's not funny. Comedy is suffering.
That's the wisest thing I've ever heard. And I can't disprove what you said, considering that I've been wreaking my vengeance on the living for several centuries. So touche, Jordy. Well, anyway, can you send me to an eternal rest? It's getting kind of old.
Okay, I'll erase her.
Make a zany roll. You are successful. She is erased.
Well,
now we're going
nowhere. I guess I'm gonna wander towards the sounds of the explosions.
That was easy. You can't actually get the room fell and the floor was destroyed and fell on the floor. So you can see this arena where Wilford is dancing with a bunch of zombies. There's a charred, burnt mess of a hairball in one corner, and there's an 8-foot behemoth with a rocket launcher who is about to attack Alec again.
All right.
I might have to step in.
Otherwise, I'm going to use my magic art.
Okay, what are you going to do, Alec? You're going to mute your microphone. A bold plan.
Incredible.
Hope it works out for him.
Well, while we wait for EHH to figure out his microphone is muted, what was the magic art you wanted?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Jordy. I was talking to Jordy. Sorry.
All right. You said you had a plan.
That was the plan.
To have Jordy do something?
Oh no. Sorry, I was saying I thought you were talking to Jordy.
Okay, Alec, you said you had a plan, and then you went mute. What was your plan?
Okay. The plan was I already did the plan. It involved Wesker.
Oh, okay. So, well, the monster with the rocket launcher is still here. He just reloaded.
Okay, I'll try to attack its weak. I'll try to attack its weak point. Grudge.
Make a grudge roll. I think that's enough to give somebody else a +1, isn't it?
Just let me check. Violence S. Okay, could someone take this hit for me?
I guess that's Jordy. Jordy, what are you drawing with your magic art?
A portal.
Okay.
Draw a portal on the wall that looks like a subway tunnel, and above it, it's going to have the giant words, "This way, Raccoon City."
Well, the monster fires a rocket at you, which soars through that portal. Meanwhile, on the other side of the portal, there'll be 2 police officers saying, "We've got to find some way, to get out of the city and warn other people." As I wave my hands in a predictive motion. Don't worry, we can take this subway car. I'm sure it'll take us directly out of the city. It'll be completely safe. And then, boom! They're all horribly killed. So rocket collapses the subway.
That's fine. Nobody counts on the police from Raccoon City. That's not who I was going for.
The monster reloads his rocket launcher. Wilford, are you still dancing with the zombies? You can try something else.
I'm gonna try some naivete, and I have a different idea depending on whether I get to do it or I get to tell someone else to do something. So let's see what I get. So 2d6 plus 1. I have an 8. I can suggest my friends to do something silly, ridiculous, or nonsensical.
Well,
And
suggest
I will
something.
point to the large red circular weak points and go, "Look, they're red. We need a bull to hit those. Bulls love red. Or hate it."
Are you
I'm just like looking at Jordy like expectantly, like, "Bull, come on,
I'm
please."
confused by what you are now.
He's a goat.
Is he a goat? Okay, I thought he was a bull.
No, he's a goat.
An easy mistake to make. Wait a
Remind-
second,
It's
am
the
I?
horns.
Wilford just like looks down at himself, like starts soul searching.
Are you making aspersions on my art? I'm the game master, and I drew that picture. Be
Yeah, but
careful what you say.
I also already made you the bad guy.
I know.
Remember, you exist. You can be having this very conversation in character.
Look, don't get philosophical with me, or I'll make some rocks fall and you'll all die.
Please don't.
Well, Wilford has suggested that if you have some sort of bull-related plan, you might be able to defeat the monster. Alec and Jordy, armed with this information, how do you proceed?
I appreciate that thought, but I would rather get on the radio and call stars in here, because this is literally just all what they do.
Well, it's, I thought we established that it's, what, STRA or whatever?
Oh no, stars is
Raz.
from Raccoon City.
I know, but the thing here is STRA.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't remember.
The
I never
Special
we spelled
Tactics-
it wrong.
The Special Tactics Response Administration. Well, you can go ahead and try to call them. I guess you can either make a cool check to find a phone or do something weirder.
I guess.
Alec, what are you
Meta.
going to do armed with this information?
Well, it's like, where am I going to find a bull in this place?
I don't know. Put your fingers against your head, pretend to be one.
Okay, it's I do this with a.
You get a +1 because Wilford suggested it.
Okay, I do. I go moo, and then I
That's a 9.
And I get to add someone else to hit the hit for me again.
And that's with the +1.
Oh, 10, right.
So that's a hit!
Oh, wait, yeah, it says, not in the face, you avoid damage.
What's a 10 or better for you?
10 is not in the face, you avoid damage. 13 is where I actually put in some damage.
Okay, well, this was a weirdo suggestion, so I'm going to suggest that if you go towards the monster with your fingers against your head, because I think that's a funny joke. So yeah, you'll run towards it and impale it in its weak point for massive damage. It will, my weak point! Oh, but it's a monster, so but you have subtitles turned on, so you can see what that says. It will fall over and drop a pile of glowing coins with a vertical pillar of light and a rocket launcher. Jordy, you have a 12, so you get on the phone.
Alright, just pull out a phone.
And what? Outbreak of an outbreak of a euphemism for zombies at the abandoned hospital. Excellent. Stay right where you are. We have a solution right there on the way. And then, as Alec picks himself up from the corpse of the monster, you guys will hear the sound of buzzing engines coming from the sky as 50 B-17 bombers, all loaded with nuclear weapons, begin converging on your site.
Let's get out of here.
I will thumb backwards towards the tunnel to Raccoon City.
Time to get out of here. I will swipe up the rocket launcher and the coins.
I need a cool roll to do that.
Yes. It's just going to be a 2d6. I have the presence of mind.
Okay, Alec, I need a cool roll from you to escape. And Jordy, I also need a cool roll from you to step through the hole. Alec trips and falls, but he's fine. Jordy, you trip and fall, but no, you don't make it! No, you can hear the bombers coming! Is anyone going to go back for Jordy, or is he going to do something weird? If I'm going to give you guys a chance, does anyone want to save Jordy?
I have to save Jordy, and I will, send out my tentacle, all the way back down for him.
Make a zany roll whenever you use your weird monster powers.
It's so weird and creepy, but it's gonna grab him and save him.
I mean, before you grab me and save me, I think that's the moment where I trip and fall, and I push myself up to my knees, and I look up at the bombers that are on the way, and I think, thank God, it's finally time for this to end.
Time for this to end. And then Wilford grabs you with the tentacle.
Yeah, and I get pulled back. No, it was my time.
There is a complication, which the complication may very well be that Jordy gets to live another day.
Well, no, it's when you pull him through the hole, you'll smack his head, and he's like, oh, wait! Wait, I got this!
I should get some eyes on this thing. It's all the way down there.
So take another lump, Jordy.
Yeah.
And then when he comes all the way up, I'm just looking at him completely battered. It's like, Jordy, you're okay. I saved you.
You're all battered.
Yeah, tiny little birds flying around my head.
The portal will close behind you. The camera will pan out, and there'll be close-ups of the people in gas masks who would have to animate their mouths. Thank goodness we have this weirdly high-tech yet anachronistic stuff. It cost 300% the police budget. We had to bankrupt the orphanages and road programs to do it, but well worth good spending of police money. Then they'll push the bomb that says drop, they'll flip the lever that says drop bombs, flip the lever that says drop more bombs, flip all the levers and say drop all the bombs! The abandoned hospital will be destroyed in a giant nuclear explosion. Which is visible from the Geomod insurance building, where they go, oh no, that's going to be the maximum payout.
Yeah, and then Wilford busts through the wall from out of nowhere and says, oh yeah.
Well, no, because I think the best way to end this episode is
with T-posing.
All three of us got saved. Yeah, Wilford T-posing. All three of us got saved. I'm so glad that we finally, we escaped the hospital. In fact, you also escaped Elder Junction. Here you are in Raccoon City. finally safe and sound. And that's when the camera has to pull back and show that you're surrounded by dozens of zombies. Then the camera has to pull back even more and show the city is filled with thousands of zombies.
Yeah, and the way the
Pulls back to
suspenseful.
like Wilford, like with the rhino virus, is like, all right, we need to turn to rhinos to get out of here.
I
Just
know.
starts uncapping it and then just fades to black.
Yeah, it starts on.
Yeah, they have that suspenseful Resident Evil music, but that's interrupted by Wilford
Yep. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Glug, glug, glug.
making rhino noises the whole time.
And then the credit sequence, which you never see on broadcast TV because they always shrink it down so they can show teasers the next episode. Coming up next, 27 hours of Teen Titans Go! The credit sequence will just be on an endless loop of Jordy getting his face back just be trying to dig it.
First in slow-mo, and then in fast speed, and then just
close-ups. All that stuff that they get cut for time. Okay,
this tunnel wasn't that long when I made it.
So I guess that was another horrible adventure. Thanks everybody for participating in the horrible adventure.
Thank you for running.
Guys,
Always
having
exciting.
fun? Yeah, having fun?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This game's pretty rules light, so I think there's never really a lot of rules questions. I just want to be creative with some of the interpretations. So I think, I know a 10 normally doesn't do damage, but that was more zany. I think it was funny. Okay, so thanks everybody for playing Madcap. It is available on sale on. You can get it from Drive-Thru RPG, from Studio 2, some fine retailers and some dodgy ones.
Yes, wherever fine sanguine products are sold.
Yes, and also since this is we're recording this on February 20th, it is the 20th anniversary celebration of Iron Claw, the first game we ever made. 20 years, people.
It's a long time.
Oh, man.
And if you go to bundleofholding.com, they have a special deal for you. But only for a limited time. It's only for 19 more days as of 20th February. So limited time, go check it out.
Drop a link in the doobly-doo.
Yeah. All right. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to go have sex with my wife.